everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Eve and I make videos a little bit about everything from K-pop to commentary to reactions to pop culture to drama to a ton of different things. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So today's video I am with Yellow. So yeah, today's video we will be talking about justb and why you should stan them. So they're on tour currently. They're on like in the middle of a world tour. By the way, if you can, you should go. I have $2 to my name, and so I can't, but I will be there in spirits. But for those of you who are planning to go, or if this is your first time hearing about them, you should go. Because I saw Gonu comment on the post, and so he said, "Let's rocking go." Also, we are trying our best to rock other countries that we haven't visited yet. So if we get more popular, then it might be more easy. JK, JK. Anyways, we strive our best for only B. So let's rocking go. Just be with all love. Which, by the way, is so cute. But he's like said something similar before in the sense where he's like, y'all, when we get bigger, just wait. Just fucking wait. And I said in response to that comment, I said, "It's okay, Gonu. I'm gonna run around town with a big sign saying Stan Just Be, and I'm gonna harass people into standing Just Be. Don't worry, we got this." So I recently got into Just Be at the end of last year, and one thing I noticed is not enough people know about them, and this needs to change. This video will be sharing a few things that I've learned and love about them, and maybe that'll make other people also fall in love with them. This will be completely different from the video I had where I was standing them, because that video was so unserious. This is more put together, and I actually stand them now, so I know more about them, and I'm not sitting there making jokes about whatever. And me and her are not fighting over, I don't even remember what we were fighting for.
Flashback.
I feel like I've seen this before. I'm already blind, I don't need a blindfold. No, I'm saying you need to be sheltered. She was accusing me of being a because of things that I said. Guys, I was literally hacked. I was hacked. No, you weren't. I was hacked, and the person that hacked me really likes Heesung. I really don't know what you're talking about. There was, because I was hacked. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I was literally hacked. Bitch. Okay, pull up out. She said I didn't even like that, but this bitch over here is making ass jokes.
She's just smoking on a fucking lollipop. Not even. Are you okay? Okay. You know what? Let me throw this fucking.
Give me a lollipop, actually.
No.
Pick a flavor for me.
End of flashback.
Yeah, so if you want a new group to stan, preferably one that don't have children in them, keep watching, because this is a solid group. Okay, so for like the basics, Just Be, or as I like to call them, Just Baddies, because the B and Just Be stands for baddies.
Every setback is a setup for a comeback.
Stay with me here, stay with me.
Every setback is a setup for a comeback.
And then the B in Bane stands for baddie too.
Every setback is a setup for a comeback.
He started the movement. Okay, and what about it? And people are not ready for that conversation. I think that's why people are so scared to get into them. So they're a 6-member group under Blue Dot Entertainment, and they debuted in 2021. And I unfortunately only got to know them last year. I myself regret not getting into them sooner, because again, like but like better late than never. The pure talent in this group is actually insane. They're a good lineup of members who carry this group, and I'll be sharing my favorite things about each and every one of them. Then we'll go over some other things later, and yeah, let's get right into it. So we're gonna start off with Lim Jimin. We're gonna be nice. Okay, so her thing is, when she finds someone really attractive, she cannot be nice. She cannot be nice about it. What? Okay, so there's a wall over here with a bunch of Sonu on it, and she flipped Sonu off just now. She owed Sonu. That is literally her wall. So Lim Jimin He was born May 22nd, 2001, and he's a Gemini, just like some people. She said yum if you did not hear that. You're not, hey, you're not wrong.
I said, yeah.
Yeah, so he's the leader. And okay, so a few things that I've learned about him is that not only is this man fun, but personality wise, like he's giving gentle. Like he's nice, you know? Like he's not a bitch, you know? Like I don't know how else to put it, but like it's not because you know some people are fine and then like you could tell it gets to their head. It's not with him, bro. Like he's cool. He's also very talented, as are all of them. And one thing that I love about that is that they can do a mix of everything. That's why I think the members don't really like have a fixed position in the group because they all do different things. Like you'll catch Gonu rapping, singing, and whatever the fuck he does.
She doesn't even know.
He does everything. That's why.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he's Gonu, he's iconic like that. But so is like everybody, and that's what I'm trying to say here is that they all do a mix of everything, so they don't really have any set positions because, girl, and that's iconic. The only roles that there are is that Jimin is a leader, and then
You know what his role is?
you heard it here first, folks.
I don't even know who he is. He knows who I am. I don't know who he is. What's his name?
Okay. Anyway, so many people might know Jimin as the guy who had his shirt off while performing Medusa at Mama Awards 2023, and like honestly, guilty.
There was a
Okay, so first of all, my phone is so rude. I used that to record this video and it paused in the middle of nowhere, right in the middle of when I was talking about Nim Jimin and then the beginning of when I was talking about Gonu. I'm gonna be filling that in like this. Okay. So as I was saying, a lot of people might know him from that Medusa performance. Guilty as charged because that was like my first impression of my first impression, by the way. But honestly, no, it was iconic. The whole performance was actually like. Plus, like people might also know him as that one hot guy from Roti Kingdom. but but hey, we cannot ignore the fact that his dancing skills are literally no joke. Bro was moving like he didn't have bones in his body, and it was really impressive. But I mean, since that Mama Awards performance was the first time I saw justb, I just knew from then that these boys are performers. They can and will put on one hell of a show. And in it, you could see how well they all work together. Jimin is insanely talented, and if I see one more Best Fourth Gen Dancers compilation and this man isn't in it, trust, you will be dealt with. So, next member will be Gonu. He was born February 2nd, 2001. He's an Aquarius, and I have no idea why, but I have Pookie written under it. I'm not sure. I really don't. I don't even remember writing that. To be real with you, I wrote this all in one day and finished it at 4 a.m. So, yeah. So half of this stuff I don't even remember writing, but anyway. So, Gonu is probably one of the realest idols out here, and one thing that I absolutely adore about this guy is his passion. His passion is so evident in literally everything that he does, and something about that makes me think, dang, Gonu was literally made to do this. He was made to be an artist. But not only that, his talent speaks volumes too. A lot of people have known him from previous things that he had been in, but for me, getting to know Gonu as himself, like as the Gonu, it has made me believe even more how incredible he is. Like you really get to see him as a person, which is an amazing thing because he's a great person. Yeah, he's always been kind and his most authentic self, and that alone is just such an admirable trait to have. Like, okay, talent and personality, and dude, if what I've said thus far about Lim Jimin and also Gonu hasn't swooned you yet, please stop sleeping on talent. He's also been listed as a songwriter on some songs too, and I love me a good songwriter. And circling back to Road to Kingdom, which side note, they should have gotten higher ranks because they put their blood, sweat, and tears into their performances, and I believe that they deserved way more than they were given half-assed credit for. But anyways, Gonu was the leader then. They merged with ATPO, which someone please save them. That made the final group 11 members, which would have been 12 if they would have let Shua come back. But don't get me started on that because, dude, all I'm saying though is that in his own team, Gonu isn't the leader, and he hasn't been one before. Yet here he was, leader of 11 people, and he did so well at that. Like it, oh my gosh, it's literally incredible. I think that was so like, yeah, he did that. I hope that he doesn't think that because the ranks were low that he failed them in any way because from someone who literally only knew them for a month when they were on Road to Kingdom, they were so good. Like I genuinely believe that they deserve better. And like those performances were literally everything. You could really see everybody's passion and everybody's talent. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because Gonu can literally do anything. He also once laughed at my High School Musical reference. I'm honestly not even sure if he knew what I was talking about, but I'll take it either way. Yeah, and the rest I think is already has been recorded, so yeah, granted, I really don't know if he knew what I was talking about because I forgot what the context was, but I think maybe people were like, "Oh, we're all confused together," and I said like, "Oh, we're all in this together," and I said High School Musical reference, and he read the comment and he laughed, and I was like, "Period." I really don't know if he knew what I was referencing or not, but either way, either way, hey Gonu, you should get all the just bees, all the baddies, get them together and watch it with them, and then reenact it at a show. Next member is Bane. Love this diva. Okay, so he was born May 4th, 2001. We are exactly 4 days and 2 years apart. We could have been twins, okay? And he's a Taurus because, like, yeah, I think maybe that's why I also resonate with him so well. But yeah, so my fellow Charlie XCX enjoyer, he's seriously so damn talented. Like, I know I'm sitting here being like, this diva, love him, icon, but like, I'm not just saying that because he's funny, because he is. He's really goofy and we love him. But his talent, because dude, uh, uh, every time he sings, I'm like, okay, okay. Adele was found jobless. Okay, she was found jobless, and with that being said, I wasn't exaggerating, and if we're talking about iconic vocalists, he is definitely one of them. He's tall, stunning, and he's literally so relatable in every way. In the video in which I started stunning him, I literally have no idea why I was beefing with him for like 2 seconds. I really don't know because I didn't even know him, but the entire time I was like, yeah, well, know me. Yeah, well, pull up, ho. And I'm like, I don't even know him, but like now that I do know him, I'm like, I love this guy. She, she is, she knows because every now and then I'll be like, I freaking love Bane. Like, like I love this guy. I love this dude because he's so like, I hope you get what I'm putting down. Like, he's that kind of person. But no, like before I was literally fighting him, but now I would fight for him. Like, no joke. His personality is like a breath of fresh air. He's real kind, and honestly, there have been so many times where he'd be on live and it would feel so like comforting, You know how like it feels when you randomly just FaceTime a friend and you're like, okay, well, now I don't feel lonely.
Yeah.
That is how it felt. Because he was just sitting there vibing, listening to music. He's also shown support for the LGBT community, which is also very huge because it's great to see in the industry, and just in general because we love to see it. Okay, we don't see it that often, but he has shown support before.
I feel at home here as a LGBTQIA plus person. Thank you for being you. Aww. Aww. I'm so happy to hear that. Aww.
Bestie, I love that diva. He and the others have been just so accepting of everybody. More of a reason why you guys should stand them because not only are they so talented, but they're good people. They deserve that. They deserve it. Okay, they deserve all the love. Okay, they give the love. They deserve to have it too. People like Bane are really rare. Not only them, but his humor is iconic too. We really are almost twins. Like we literally have the same humor.
열받아. 날씨도 좋은데 어쩌다가.
I don't know how else to put it. I really don't know how else to put it. He, just like everyone else, isn't afraid to show his most authentic self.
Someone said to me, don't act like a girl. What's going on? Guys, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I really don't care about that kind of comment. Really. I mean, like, actually, yesterday, I saw the comments on live. It's just, I think it's the same person, but I don't care. Like, what was this? Bane, you're too early. You should be a man. That kind of comment. I saw that. But I ignored. It was ready though. I just want to ask, like, what is girly and what is manly? I don't know.
And I really wish he'd get more recognition too. He's so pretty too. He's gorgeous. Anyways, I could make a whole video talking about this man, but I'm just gonna stop yapping before this becomes a 3-hour long video about why you should stand Bane. Okay, so with Shiwoo, I didn't really get to know enough about him because when I started studying them again, he was on hiatus. Anyway, sorry, I got mad. I got mad thinking about why he was on hiatus.
Oh.
So he was born October 11, 2001, and he's a Libra. Yeah. So when I first got into justb, it was around September, like 15-ish. Like it was in the yeah. But of course, before that, I did take a peek of the group, and I didn't like listen to anything at the time yet. Like I would think it was like February 5th or something that I went and I decided to take a look because because my Weverse profile was made that day. So I'm guessing that that's what that was. But I did take a look at the members and I was like, okay, so which one is gonna be my, like, just to get a feel. I wasn't sure who my bias was gonna be. And honestly, to this day, I go back and forth. But yeah. So I remember seeing Shu and I was like, I love him, but I didn't know that he wasn't active at the time, so I was loud about nothing. But I do have a lot of only B moods. I have some. I don't have a lot, but I would like more. If you're an only B, where y'all at? But yeah, so this one time I was like,
Yeah.
I can't wait. I was like, okay, I can't wait for Shu to come back because I feel like I'm gonna love him, is what I said. And my only B moods were like, "Oh, you're gonna love him. He's such a cool guy." And then I got curious because when I did end up standing that, I did look into him and I was like, "Can Pookie come back?" And so when he did, I was like, "Guys, this is incredible. I think I finally have a bias in justb and it's sticking. It's sticking. I'm a big ass fucking liar, by the way. But she was iconic, and we love him. Okay, we love him. He has a really good voice. I don't know if maybe I'm just insane or if, but because I'm obsessed with his the bridge that he sings in Medusa. And he's beautiful. Like he's a really, really beautiful person. I think that like anytime I see a picture of him, I sit there and I ponder. I'm like, how can someone like this exist? You know? I ponder over yonder. Yeah, but like yeah. So when I saw a picture of him, I was like, him. And you might be thinking, why? Like, what? I'm like, are we looking at the same guy? Please look. Please take a look at him, and then come back to me and ask me why again. Okay. Um, he's Shu, literally. Like, need I say more? Like, it's you know, but at the time he was on hiatus, which biggest fucking sorry I ever had. Um, because when I found out why, I was like, that's so fucking stupid. Not Shu, he's not stupid. He actually deserves way better, and I hope that he gets to be the happiest ever now. He's like, yeah, fuck all you hoes, I'm back. Except for he wouldn't say that, but I would if I were him. Guys, he's literally precious. I think, like, just as a person, he's very sweet. Anytime I see any of his members post on Instagram, he's in the comments hyping them up. And I'm like, if there was an only B competition, like who is the biggest only B, I think she would win. I think he would win because yeah, I mean he would beat me at that. But then again, I have only been an only B for like what 5 months. Either way, I'm just saying he is the biggest only B out there, and you can fight me on that. And also, when we were standing them for the first time, we went to their YouTube channel and we were stuck on their covers, like their dance covers, the covers where they would sing. And I think if I'm not mistaken, Shu did one to Seasons with her. Either way, we did see his like covers too, and dude can sing. He's really good. Like I didn't keep that part in, but we were really stuck on that cover. We literally sat there and stared at it was like the only time we were ever quiet in that damn video. Because we were staring at the screen like, guys, do you guys believe that gravity's real? Because some people don't. Do you believe that the earth is round? Because some people don't. Have you ever been in a science class? Have you ever been in a history class? Because some people haven't, obviously.
Hey, I have.
Because you're smart. So yeah, next member is Doyum / DY. I'm not sure if he cares if I call him Doyum or Do. I'm gonna call him Doyum because that's his name. But if that's a problem, let me know, guys. I don't think so. I've seen people. Okay, anyway. So I'm gonna be normal. I'm gonna be so normal talking about him, guys. Don't even worry about that. Don't worry about it. So he was born February 21st, 2002. Pisces. And in the video, I know I keep mentioning it, but in the video where we were standing them, I accidentally said that he was born in 2022. And then we sat there and we laughed about him potentially being a 2-year-old. We did.
Yeah, I
We
remember
did.
Flashback.
February 21st, 2022. No, wait, what the fuck? February 21st, 2002.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck? He's 2 years old? Like, we have a 2-year-old in the group. Like,
Over here in his walker, he's like this. Get center.
it's under, starts crying. Like,
He's like, Mama, milk.
like, Mama, go behind you. There's what I do.
End of flashback.
So, Doyam, I'm sorry. We know that you're not a 2-year-old. You are. He's literally older than me. I need to by a year, but still. So, after a long time of deciding who my bias was gonna be, I kept circling back to him. I kept coming back to him because I was like, okay, but like if we take a look at my biases, right? If we take a look at them, we got Juyeon, we got Taesan, we got Jay. Who has this vibe, guys? Like, I'm gonna put him on the screen. You know, so like vibes wise, he is he's that. He's that. And he is just so cool and so talented. The more I learn about him, the more I'm like, okay. All I gotta say is I'm kidding. No, I didn't even say anything. I didn't even say okay, anyway. Yeah. However, I literally love all of them just as much, to be honest. But let me just talk about this man over here real quick. First, it really was just me finding him attractive and running with it. But as the months went on, and the more I realized how insanely talented this man is, something in me was just like, like, oh, you know, because he's not only good looking, because he is, but he's not only good looking, he's also he's just such a good songwriter. Dude, recently, like their most recent tracks, like Hoodie, that one, I can't pronounce the name, but that one, you know, Still I Love You, he's a songwriter on all of them. And then I also noticed that he makes his own works too. And when I figured that out, I was like, holy, and he's good. Like, it's not even like, oh, he just wrote a song and it sounds like and it sounds like ass. No, it sounds actually really good, and I really love the vibes. Like, genuinely, it's the type of music that I listen to outside of K-pop. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, I'll be damned. And he's a good songwriter, producer, vocalist, rapper, even. And I'm not even sure if there's anything that he can't do, because that's what I'm having hard figuring out here. But yeah, in a way, I'm the most unserious person ever. But I hope that everyone's aware that I'm also appreciating his talents. It's not just that he's fine, because he is, but it's literally not just that. And I'm being so for real, because he just, dude, I'm gonna have a link to the songs that I'm talking about that he's written in the description. I need you to go check them out. I'm gonna need you to check them out because they're so fucking good. I literally I was gagged, okay? I was gagged. Alright, he said shut the fuck up and listen. And I listened. He didn't actually say that. By the way, he's nice. He would never actually say that. Because these are the vibes in songs that I love. Favs vibe in a lot of their official songs, especially as of recently. To the mellow and almost 1975 vibe I get from it is just so, I'm going to be blasting these on a rainy day vibe, you know? Like, that's the vibe I get with the songs that he makes, and I eat that up every time, guys. Knowing that he's very hands-on, especially as of recently when it comes to official songs for the group, such as Still I Love You, Hoodie, etc., is just so cool and shows his strengths as an incredible lyricist. And I hope in the future people can see and appreciate that. He's crazy talented. He has a calm vibe about him, from what I've observed, and his smile is absolutely gorgeous. I'm pretty sure a picture of him smiling is literally what did it for me. I think it literally was what fully like made me go, yeah, he's the one. And if I could find the picture, I'm gonna put it up here because I'm very sure it was that. The Black Cat Rockstar type vibes, yeah. So okay, I'm gonna stop talking about him before I start saying too much. Okay, he was born September 3rd, 2002, and he's a Virgo. Actually, I really like Virgos. I get along with them very well. You know who's a Virgo? This man behind me. So we don't talk about him enough, and that needs to change also, because I feel like his talents are also often overlooked. But when I find that out, girl, okay, so yeah, he is just so good at what he does, and I feel like for this whole group, every single one of them worked so perfectly together that it would feel completely empty otherwise. I know that I keep mentioning it, but in the video in which I started saying Just Be, I vividly remember us reacting to some of their songs in their discography, which, by the way, since then I've listened to them all, and we'll be discussing that later, because me and her were not paying attention. in that video. I'm gonna be so real with you.
Yeah.
But then I went and I listened to them on my own time, and that's another reason why I'm making this video. Okay, guys, I'm being so for real. Anyway, so in the song Getaway, that one part with him and Lim Jimin, you know the part. Dude, me and her, we both looked at each other and was like, who the fuck was that? Because you remember that? It was like the deep voices, and we both were like, who the fuck was that?
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and then so we looked it up, and I was like, because it was him and Lim Jimin, and they were.
Oh, I like it.
Ooh. Ooh. It's
Now
giving.
who's singing this part?
Also, his vocals. I've noticed like a lot of his vocals in the songs, like him singing the chorus and Medusa, girl. Okay. So very versatile, and in their recent music video, girl, he looked so good. Me and her looked at each other, we're like, is that Sangha? Cause girl.
I can't forget. 'Cause for you, I will be dead.
Nearly switched lanes for a minute, not gonna lie. Sangwoo is also very silly, in the best way possible, because I'm still thinking about that hole in spoon emoji. To this day, I really don't understand what. I might have to go and look back at the picture, but I really don't think there was a hole or a spoon in that video or in that picture that he posted. But anyway, he posted this. He posted like this picture, I don't know, on Weverse, and the caption was just hole and spoon, and I was like, the fuck does that mean? And so, but instead of saying that, because that's mean, I was just kind of like, yeah, I love hole and spoon, guy. That's literally what I love. Maybe there's a hidden meaning. Maybe he's just very poetic and we just don't know it yet because people keep overshadowing that. Yeah, so in response to that post, I was like, yeah, guys, I love when he has a way with words. And then I said, yeah, like, yes, I love Holden Spoon. And then he liked the post, and I was like, okay. I still, like, I always catch them whenever it comes to Weavers and people noticing me, I catch them when I don't want them to catch me. Like, sometimes I'll just comment something just because sometimes I'm like, I don't think they're gonna see it, but I'm just gonna say it just because I felt like it. And then they'll like it, or they'll respond. But this should be studied because I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I honestly think there's just so much about him to love, and like so much. Plus, he's stunning. Did I say that already? Who cares? I meant it both times, okay? Moving on to the discography. So justb have a little bit of everything for everyone. In my opinion, I'm gonna shake my ass and cry fits perfectly with their music because we can go from something fun as hell to sitting in the corner and contemplating life. And I personally love that. Like, that's the type of vibes that I love from a group because they don't just stick to one thing. It's like a mix of everything. But there's a specific vibe that they frequent, and I yeah. Now that I think about it, justb have a bit of a rock influence in a way in some songs. Like, there's a specific vibe that I can't really find the correct words for, but in the songs like Getaway, Daddy's Girl, Medusa, it's very evident that that's not all they do. Because, for example, their most recent release, Chest, is literally sounds like a belongs on brat, and I just know Bane was eating that shit up. Not only do they kill it whenever it comes to visuals and music videos, but when it comes to presentation, they do it so well too. Like they execute it perfectly. And the storyline in Medusa, in the music video, we didn't notice that first. She wanted Doyum to shake his ass in that video.
What? Oh, you better shake some ass. I saw it move for a second.
In the beginning, the storyline really confused me, but once I got it, I was like, I like that. And I think it was about how, because they were in a desert, right? And then like there was no water, so they had to go and look for water. Blue Dot, where's the drama at? Speaking of drama, that song has me ascending. But also, if you guys do a drama, me and her we could film it. We could be the creative directors too. You don't even have to pay us. We'll do it. Let's address something that justb themselves don't want to acknowledge, and that is the queen herself, TikTok. I mentioned her briefly at the beginning. And honestly, I kind of get it though because like their style of music changed a lot since that release. So I feel like them looking back, they're like, "Ooh, we don't really do that anymore," you know? And I get that. But I swear I've heard this song before. Okay? Like I swear I've heard it before somewhere. Before I even started studying them. It just never occurred to me that it was by them until I heard it again. I was like, TikTok, 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 boom. I know that. But it goes to show how versatile this group is. Everything they've released since Daddy's Girl has been so up my alley. As somebody who was and still is obsessed with 5 Seconds of Summer, Just Be have passed the vibe check. Still I Love You, Daddy's Girl, dude. If they keep that shit up, I fear you'll have to sew my mouth shut because of how much I'd be talking about it. I turn into that one, that one episode of SpongeBob where he had that song stuck in his head, so there was that like worm in his head that kept playing it over and over again. So he kept singing it, and it got so bad that all of his friends had to have an intervention. They were like, "Hey, look, shut the fuck up!" like, and like it was really like there's literally, I think I have a clip of him literally tweaking out, being like tweaking out, singing the song. Girl, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me if they keep it up. I hope they keep it up because that's actually really fun. It's not gonna be fun for anybody that I know personally, but hey, you know what? Call me SpongeBob the way I'm ready for that. But also, instead of just a song, it's me talking about Just Be. Like it literally isn't just a song that I'd be talking about. It's Just Be that I'm gonna be talking about. But to be honest, I'm already kind of there. Also, the streets are saying that they covered She Looks So Perfect in Toronto. Girl, it's criminal that I'm not able to go to their LA show. Just Be, Listen to Me, cover Ghost of You, and Doyam, gorgeous. Please cover somebody else by the 1975. Thank you. Just Be have some deep ass songs as well, like Hoodie. And honestly, if you were to see my reaction to the lyrics of that song, I mean, the reaction to Just One Step's lyrics in my video in which I reacted to those songs was something, all right. It's worse than I thought it was gonna be. It's actually really sad. I literally was crying, but hey, you know what? Yeah. And honestly, I low-key did analyze Hoodie in a way, but I feel like with Hoodie, there's just so many ways you can look at it, but I think it's so deep, it's so emotional, it's so raw. Like I love that. And man, I'm gonna start crying. I need to fucking go. Doyam 8 as per usual. Songs by Just Be that I'm personally obsessed with. Lights On, Me Equals Nonin, Night Straw, Not Straw,
Huh?
Night Stroll, Drama, Medusa, Paper Plane, Youth. But honestly, the entirety of the album in which Medusa is on is literally a work of art. Cherry on top, Daddy's Girl, but the explicit version, okay? It made me gasp. I know I was a bit late to it, like by a few months, I think, because it came out in like July last year. And I started saying this, not that, but anyway, either way, yeah, I'm thinking about this one time where Bane was live, and I don't remember what someone said, but I think they cussed, and so Bane was like, language, and the person was like, okay, so what are the lyrics to Daddy's Girl? Hmm? And he was like, you got me there, like, you clocked me, all right. Um, but also like the songs that I mentioned, also, yeah. I like all of those. Still I Love You is a vibe, and I hope they do more like that because it's a need. It's a need. Doyam, keep them coming. Thank you. I genuinely can't see. Obviously just
yeah.
bury like.
Yes.
I genuinely can't wait for what else they have in store for us. This isn't including their SoundCloud releases, but I feel like it's criminal if I don't at least mention.
You sound like you rapped for a second.
Cause I what?
Oh my
I'm gonna be in the next
Well,
song.
Just Bury.
Like the group themselves have also had their own songs on SoundCloud. Again, I will have their SoundClouds link below and also some songs that I recommend. Please go listen to them. I can't pronounce half the names of the songs that they've released. So you're gonna have to go because I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. That would be really funny for you guys, I bet. But that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. But like the most recent one that Doyeon did, which is "Could You Appear in My Dream," is so good. It's like the 1975 vibe. Also, like I was saying, Chest, their song Chest. You know what song it reminds me of? The song that we listened to, right? Do you know the song that we listened to by Justby the other day? The music video that we watched and we were like, yeah, the cars. Yeah. So it reminds me of that one Zayn song, Love Like This. Yeah, so and then for this, Doyeon's "Could You Appear in My Dream" is so good. Like the 1975 vibes. I think she likes it. And it reminds me of the songs "This Could Be My Dream" by the 1975 and "I'm in Love with You" by the 1975 because I'm in love with him. Anyway, so like yeah, and it's just the dreaminess of those songs. It's just the dreaminess of those songs that all tie together. And yeah, no, I didn't. I won't be able to go, but please, if you're able to, I highly recommend you going to their tour. They have so much to offer, and maybe you just might fall in love with them. Their tickets also aren't that expensive, so if you want to, go do that. You see, my thing is I'm broke and I have no way to get to LA currently. Bro, that's like 2 hours away from us, plus the traffic. And I don't even drive, so that I can go on my bike. That is all for this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And if you're watching this far, comment your bias. Whether if you're new here, it could be like someone that caught your eye thus far, or if you are an only B, comment your bias. Mine is Doyeon, if you were wondering. Yeah, if you don't, just Buri will show up in your room at 3 a.m. But I'm like not loyal to Doyeon at all. So I mean, have we seen Sungwoo in the Chess music video?
Boom shakalaka! Yes, God! Yes, God! Yes, God!
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Stand just Fury. Just Fury.
시간이 지나도 우리는 영원히